Have you ever had moments when your child is just like feeling and emoting and exploding all over the place and you've just been wondering how to deal with it and how to deal with them? Yeah, me too. Well, that's what I want to talk today about, those feelings and those emotions. And I want to share something that we've been doing in our family that really works. And at the end, I want to give you a couple of cool little tools. Feelings, emotions, little children. Whoa, that is just a minefield in itself. I don't know about you. Toilet training is easy compared to helping our children work out their feelings and their emotions. They're little, they don't have the words for it, and it comes out. Feelings are the sunshine and roses and everything's great. Oh, they're these little gremlins that just want to explode, and whew, it can be so hard, especially when it's up, down, and you don't know which way you're turning. They don't know which way they're turning. Because feelings, emotions, these are something that we actually have to learn and learn how to deal with. We don't just wake up one morning going, oh, yeah, I think I've got it. I've got this whole emotions and feelings things all sorted out. We don't. We've had to learn how to work with them, how to know what it is that we want and how to react. And we as parents need to help that for our children. There are things that we can do definitely to help. There are songs, there are games, there are activities about feelings. I write songs for my girls all the time. And so we have had ones about feelings and about how we're thinking. And that really does help. There are videos. Daniel Tiger has some great ones. I'm not a fan of the Stomp 3 Times, but his other ones are good. We like the word party ones that really give the word to the feelings. And, that can just be great. Read books. What are the characters feeling? What's going on there? How do you think you might react? And then we as parents, we can be modeling how we feel and what we do. I've had to apologize many times to my girls because I have let my emotions get the better of me. Let my feelings just go whoo. And, sometimes that's really not okay, but I'm also teaching them it's okay to apologize if these things happen. And of course, we reward the appropriate uses of how we deal with things. We don't hit, but maybe we could take a deep breath. Tell me how you feel so we can work through it instead of just lashing out. And this is important. And we actually went through a really sort of rough season with one of our girls, Kira, whom we fondly called Diggle. And she was just having real problems putting names to her emotions and her feelings. And so what was happening, it was exploding. And we're almost pulling the hair, the things that we had in our toolkit, our little parenting skills weren't working. And one night it was one of those light bulb moments for me. And I'm like, I'm going to try this. I think it might actually work as I'm looking at my child just not sure what she should be doing. And so I gathered her up and I held her close and I said, whoa, it sounds like you're really having problems, just sort of understanding what's going on. Can I help you? Can we maybe get rid of these feelings and move them away from the situation so Mommy can talk to Kira? Would that be okay? She sort of stopped and looked at me and it was, yes. Ooh, okay, let's work with this. And so I'm like, oh, sweetie, are you sad? Do you think one of those feelings you're having is sad? No. Okay. Do you think you might be frustrated? Yeah, I'm frustrated. Okay. Do you think that we could scoop out that frustration and just make it and squish it into a ball? Yeah, so we did. We scooped it out of her and we squished it into a ball. Are there any other feelings that you're having? Do you think, Kira, you could be angry? Yeah, I'm angry. Okay, let's scoop out anger. So we scooped out anger from her and we squished it back into that ball. And we went through a few other emotions, disappointed, those sorts of things. And if she felt that and she agreed with it, we scooped it out, we squished it into the ball. And now I'm like, do you think we have everything, Kira? Yes. I'm like, okay, great. We are going to take this ball now and we are going to throw it away from the situation. And once we throw it, we can't take it back. Okay. And then that way Mummy gets to talk to Kira. Great. Okay. So we did that. On the count of 3, we took that big imaginary squished up ball of emotions and we threw it away. And I watched her just physically relax in front of me. And it's like, great. So now I can talk to Kira. And we were able to talk it through. And this is something that has worked really well for us. We still use it today. It has become an important tool for us. And it was great when we were overseas and she was just overwhelmed with new experiences. And it would be like, you know what? Are you ready? No! I'm like, okay. But Kira, when you need help to get rid of your emotions, do you think that you could ask for help? And we've watched her mature and grow enough to say, I need help. And as a parent, that's really exciting when your small child is like, I need help to get rid of my emotions. Great, let's do it. And then this sort of what we call the Diggle technique, it's just a fun little name for that, morphed into something else because there was one night, and I don't really know why I did it. Sometimes I do things and I just don't know why. But I could see that there was an attitude there. And I will give you a little warning, a heads up. In our family, we say crappy attitudes, like, whoa, that looks like a crappy attitude. And that's our overlying for a lot of these different things. And we also say turds, as in like, you're acting like a turd. But this particular night, I'm watching Kira and stuff's coming on. I'm like, we need to cut that off at the pass. And I'm like, Kira, looks like you've got a bit of a crappy attitude and we don't really need that in you, do you? She's like, no. She saw where this is coming. I said, you know what? Sometimes when we have those crappy attitudes, the best thing we can do is fart them out. Are you ready to do that? She looked at me with a little bit of a grin and I think she could see, where this was going. And so we got her. And we sat there and I'm like, okay. And like, I got her belly, like we squished it and like pushed it down. I'm like, whoa, I think I've got it all in one spot. Are you ready? And she said, yes. So I had my hand there on her belly and one on her back and said, on the count of 3, we're going to fart it out. And whew, then it will be gone and everything will be great. And so we did that. I held her and on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, we made the farting noise. Yes, we did. We did it a couple of times and it was gone. And she laughed and that crappy attitude really was gone. And it's become actually a really fun little tool that we've used also in public. Sometimes as parents, you do find yourself in a restaurant, people all around you, and a child's starting to throw an attitude, but becoming aware that she is, to turn around and loudly say, Mommy, I have a crappy attitude. Can you help me fart it out? And yes, we did. There we are around all the other patrons. And I'm like, okay, let's get that. Let's we slide it, and we squash it, and we squished it. And I'm like, on the count of 3, let's do it. Let's fart it out. Yes, in that restaurant, we farted it out. But then she laughed and it's gone. She's like, whoa, it's gone. Like, that feels good. And I remember these guys just laughing at me. And I'm like, yep, we farted out. And one of them's like, oh no, that's great. Can I use it? I'm like, sure, use it. It's actually really good. And actually I've watched my girls ask each other for help and they'll help each other to fart it out. And maybe that's not your family culture. In our family, farting is a little bit funny. It's a lot funny, I should really be honest. But it is something that works because it's enabling us to name that there is an attitude and it's best to be gone. And that's what we do. So between the Diggle technique of just naming those feelings and helping our children to understand what they are and getting them away from the situation or fighting away those crappy attitudes, it really works. And you know what? Take it and use them if you want to. You don't have to. But I do promise that it really does work. And if you go to the website, in the blog section, I have put a couple of feelings charts for you. I really like these. Again, it's matching up faces with names and just helping children to understand those different feelings, especially for younger children, even for our older ones, just when we're having problems giving word to the name to that feeling. We've got those charts there for you. Well, I thank you for watching. I hope you've seen the fun of Fart It Out. And you know what? If you use either the Diggle technique or Fart It Out, could you let me know? Because I would just love to know if it's working for other people. Like, it really does work for us. And, if you want more, subscribe. I'd love a thumbs up, but really only if you like this. And again, thank you so much for watching.